Okay, let's start with a number. $2.6 billion. I mean, that's a huge figure, right? And it's pointing to this incredible tech shift that's happening, but probably not where you'd think. This isn't Silicon Valley, it's not Shanghai, so any guesses?
Well, that number, that's the projected IT export value for Bangladesh by 2025. Yeah, I know. If that kind of surprised you, you're definitely not alone. But honestly, the real story here isn't just about exports. It goes way, way deeper. We're talking about a complete technological makeover.
So that's exactly what we're diving into today, Bangladesh's AI revolution. We're going to look at how this nation, which you might have known mostly for outsourcing, is making this really bold, powerful move into the world of deep tech and, you guessed it, artificial intelligence. So let's jump right in.
Okay, so here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll check out this new tech frontier. Then, we'll dig into the smart nation blueprint that's driving all this. After that, we'll see how AI is actually helping people on the ground. We'll meet some of the trailblazers behind it all, and then we'll get real about the challenges they're up against. It's going to be a packed journey.
All right, Section 1, a new tech frontier. And honestly, this is the perfect place to start because what's happening in Bangladesh right now is, well, it's nothing short of a seismic shift. They're moving way beyond just being the world's go-to for outsourcing.
I mean, just look at the numbers. You've got over 2,500 active startups. Cumulative investment is getting close to $1 billion. But what's really fascinating here isn't just the what, it's the how. It's all being driven by this idea of frugal innovation. And this isn't about, building the next viral social media app. Nope. This is about using really sophisticated AI to solve real, fundamental problems, and doing it in the smartest, most efficient way possible.
So you might be wondering, how does an ecosystem like this just happen? Well, the short answer is it doesn't. This isn't just some happy accident. This whole wave of innovation is being guided, very intentionally, by a national strategy. And it's called the Smart Nation Blueprint. Okay, so to really get this, you have to see it as an evolution. Think of it this way. The first phase, Digital Bangladesh, that was all about laying the foundation. Getting connectivity out there, building the digital roads and plumbing. But now, the Smart Bangladesh vision, that's about building the smart house on top of that foundation. It's a huge leap from just digitizing things to embedding real intelligence everywhere.
And this isn't some small-scale plan. The strategy is super comprehensive, targeting 6 critical pillars of the entire economy. We're talking governance, health, agriculture, education, you name it. The goal is literally to weave AI into the very fabric of the nation. So yeah, this isn't just a side project, it's a full-on overhaul.
And that brings us to, honestly, my favorite part of this whole story. AI for the people. Because this is where all that high-level strategy and theory hits the ground and starts changing real lives. We're talking about using cutting-edge tech to solve everyday problems. Okay, let's start with a big one, financial inclusion. Think about it. In a country where tons of people don't have a formal credit history, getting a loan is almost impossible. Well, companies like Dana FinTech are complete game changers. They're using AI to look at other data like how you use your phone to create credit scores for people who were basically invisible to the banks. And then you have intelligent machines using their AI to make sure government aid actually gets to the people who need it, no leaks, no mistakes. Next up, food security. And for a nation of over 170 million people, this is absolutely critical. Check this out. A company called iFarmer is literally using satellite images to look at farms from space. They can monitor crop health, predict how much food will be grown, which in turn helps farmers get the loans they need. It's incredible. And then there's AgroShift, which is using AI to optimize the entire food supply chain, predicting demand so that less food goes to waste.
And if you're wondering if this is just some small, niche thing, look at this number. Over 100,000 farmers are already on iFarmer's platform. This isn't a tiny pilot program. This is massive, real-world impact, all being driven by AI and data from space. Just, wow.
And the story is just as amazing in healthcare. You've got Pulse Tech, which is crunching pharmacy sales data to catch counterfeit drugs and even predict disease outbreaks before they happen. You've got Maner Bondu using AI as a first line of defense for mental health support. And then there's Exoimaging, bringing portable AI-guided ultrasounds to rural clinics, which could completely revolutionize things like maternal health care. It's just one innovation after another.
Okay, so we've seen all these incredible applications of AI, but who's actually building this stuff? That's what we're looking at next. It's time to meet the trailblazers. These are the innovators who are proving that Bangladesh isn't just a place that uses AI, it's a place that creates it.
So one of the coolest things happening in this space is the rise of the AI agent. The easiest way to think about it is like a virtual employee. It's an autonomous system that can do complex jobs for you, run a whole marketing campaign, handle customer chats, you name it. And a perfect example of this is a company called Markopolo.ai. They're building this exact kind of next-level tech, and they're doing it right in Dhaka.
And you know what? The world is taking notice. Markopolo.ai has already raised $3.5 million from international investors. Now, that's not just a big win for them. It's a huge vote of confidence. It's the global market saying, yeah, we believe in what's being built in Bangladesh.
But of course, it's not all smooth sailing. The road to that 2041 vision has some serious bumps. To really get the full picture, we've got to be honest about the challenges this ecosystem is up against. It's a tough road. They're really being forged in a crucible here.
So, a major one was the global economic downturn. It hit Bangladesh really hard. People started talking about the startup winter of 2024, and for good reason. Investment capital just dried up. Funding completely collapsed to a 6-year low.
And this chart right here, it just makes it painfully clear. You can see just how sharp that drop was, down to only $41 million in 2024. For a young, growing ecosystem, having the money tap turn off like that, well, it's a massive stress test.
But here's where it gets even more interesting. If you ask, where's the money coming from, this chart tells a crucial story. A whopping 92% of the funding is from foreign capital. Now, on one end, that's great. It shows international confidence. But on the other hand, that tiny little 2% from local investors, that points to a huge vulnerability. To be truly self-sustaining, that number has to go way, way up.
And it's not just about money. Another big challenge is technological independence. And this brings up a really important idea, sovereign AI. What does that mean? It means building your own foundational AI models, like the large language models that power everything these days, but building them specifically for your own language and culture. It's about creating an AI that actually gets the local context, which is exactly what pioneers like Prio AI Labs are working on for the Bengali language.
So, as we start to wrap this up, if there's just one idea you take away from all this, let it be this one. The entire story of what's happening in Bangladesh's tech scene can be boiled down to this powerful shift. They are moving from outsourcing code to encoding intelligence.
And that really leaves us with a big, fascinating question for the future, doesn't it? With this unique focus on solving real, fundamental problems in the most efficient way, is Bangladesh actually building the global blueprint for how to do frugal, high-impact AI? It's something to think about.
And just a quick note before we sign off. All the information you saw today was put together using both manual and AI-powered research. We always think it's a great idea to check out the details and verify things for yourself. Thanks so much for joining us.